I'm delivering SBS Hawazi speech, I don't think I can shorten it. Alright, I'll deliver his full speech. He says his apologies. He would like very much to be with all of you this morning, but he has a very bad flu, and he called me up this morning to say that he won't be able to make it. And wish all of you, especially the children, all the best for the competition. Tan Sri Aslan Zaino, Chairman, RHB Banking Group. Mr. Warren Fernandez, Editor of the StraitsTimes. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, a very good morning to all of you, and I'm pleased to be here for the finals of the second RHB-The StraitsTimes National Spelling Championships Debate Spell. First, congratulations to all finalists. You have much to be proud of. It's clear to all of us that you have made it to this stage. Out of 1,400 registered participants, that you have the talent and gumption for this formidable challenge. I salute all of you. To truly appreciate your accomplishment, I believe we should pause for a minute and ask ourselves this question. Why are we all here this morning for a spelling competition? Does spelling matter? After all, detractors say that the need to be proficient at spelling has become altogether outmoded. Now that we have spell checks and digital tools to do the work for us, don't we use abbreviations all the time? In support of this argument, people may point to a paragraph that you may have seen floating around the internet or circulating an email on email in which every word has been misspelled. Yet, miraculously, the eye reads, the brain understands the meaning of the text without any difficulty. This is because the human brain is smart at recognizing patterns and filling in the gaps or correcting errors. So according to that claim, only the first and the last letters need to be in place for a reader to derive the meaning of the word. Does it mean that the letters in between don't matter? It might be so if you are reading fast or the gist of a message. But spelling does matter because any lapse in spelling accuracy in formal communication and important documents could lead to misunderstandings and ambiguities. And these lapses can result in grave consequences. Indeed, boys and girls, gone are the days of Mr. William Shakespeare when words could be spelled anyhow or at least with lots of variations, because most people in those days didn't read, and very few people wrote. Understanding and learning the building blocks that is the words of a language is the first step to mastering the language. Paying attention to how words are spelled in a language is therefore an important aspect of learning the language. The spelling competition is an opportunity to spur you on in learning the language and develop a greater appreciation for the language. In the process of pitting your spelling skills against one another, you will be applying strategies to help you spell words both familiar and unfamiliar to you. Your vocabulary has probably increased as you prepare for these competitions, learning words that you would not encounter in your daily conversations. Alright, he has this word in his speech. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. You know, if you watch the film, The Nine Copies, whether you could spell that word. The truth is that mastering any language is difficult. It doesn't come naturally to many people. It calls for determination, an eye for detail, and the will to apply yourself. I once asked myself, why is the word radii, the plural of radius, spelled with a double I? I learned that it is so because it's as a word with Latin roots, the plural form replaces IUS with double I. As learners, we begin to understand that the plurals of different English words are formed in different ways. Along the way, we learn the multicultural history of English, the many loan words which has absorbed from other languages over the centuries. With this insight, we then learn and see how English spelling system is not confusing, it's not a confusing mess, full of exceptions to the rule, but that there's a systematic process to the way words are spelled. It's fascinating, isn't it? The history of the language and how it works. The point is, if we are to maintain English as one of our official languages, we must aspire to and promote an accurate standard, be it in grammar, usage, or spelling. We must respect and appreciate the language in all its aspects. In a global economy where English remains a lingua franca, mastering the language stands one in good state wherever we go, whoever we do business with. There's another point I'd like to make. This concerns how taking part in competitions, how aiming for excellence makes us more disciplined. Let me illustrate with this anecdote. Last year's winners of the Big Spell was Jordan Fu. In an interview, he said, "I studied harder for everything, all my subjects, not just English, after winning." Jordan is to be commended. He's applying his high standards in one area to other areas because he wants to do his best in everything he undertakes. For those of you here today, you might have started with the goal of just winning the spelling competition. I hope that Jordan's words will inspire you to look beyond the competition. I'm sure that as you learn more about the English spelling system, you have been spurred to use the language well and correctly. It's my hope that all of you will apply the same determination in your studies and all your pursuits. I also hope that you will be role models for your friends and schoolmates. Good spelling means good language means good communication. And all of you know that good communicators make good effective leaders. Now back to the competitions. I'm sure all of you are ready to go, and I'd like to commend all of you for taking part so enthusiastically. I'd like to thank the parents supporting their children. I think it's very important that on a Saturday morning that you can do many other things, but you have chosen to come here to support your children, and your presence will mean a lot to them. I'd also like to thank the teachers, for your dedication and for supporting your children on a Saturday. It means a lot to you to sacrifice a Saturday for your own students. I'd like to end off by wishing everyone all the best. Winning is a bonus, but the journey of coming to this stage is really a very great learning experience to all of you.